Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith, and welcome to my review of the new film Maze Runner: The Death Cure. For those of you who are new to my blog, welcome, and for those of you who are returning, good to see you. This is my new beard. Don't get attached to it. Not sure if I'm keeping it. Now, in this film, which of course is based on the books by James Dashner, this is the third in the series. Admittedly, I saw the first Maze Runner when it came out back in 2014. I liked it. I thought it was a good film. I wasn't familiar with the books, but I liked the movie. Did not see the second one, and now I'm jumping right into the third. So I missed the Scorch Trials. I'm not sure what happened in that film, but I can tell you that this movie starts off with a huge action scene, and it was very entertaining, the way this film started. Of course, at the center of this film is a character, Thomas, played by Dylan O'Brien, who we recently saw in American Assassin. So it was interesting seeing him as like the super agent, trainee in that film, and now he's back to kind of being like, kind of like more of a kiddish type role. As I'm watching this film, which of course takes place in this post-apocalyptic world and this, dystopian empire and what have you, I couldn't help but thinking of some of the references that this film seemed to take from, like The Walking Dead, because we've got zombies, and the whole Divergent series, because it just reminded me of Divergent. Overall, there's some decent aspects of this film. The action piece of this movie does keep you going because there's so much action going on in this film. I saw this movie in IMAX. Did it necessarily need IMAX? Debatable. But I didn't mind it because the sound was great. It was great with all the big explosions and all the great effects. A couple of issues with this film, though. Number one, unnecessarily long. This movie drags on like an awkward date. I was sitting watching this film thinking, okay, we need to wrap this up, but it just kept going and going. I thought, okay, well, maybe this is a trilogy and this is it. No, there's several more books under the whole Maze Runner empire, so we might be seeing more movies. Interestingly enough, these movies aren't necessarily critically loved, but they do well at the box office. The first movie was made for $34 million, went on to make $348 million. Cha-ching. So, all that being said, should you go see Maze Runner: The Death Cure? On a cheap night, sure, or wait for it to come to Netflix, sure. I didn't love this film. I didn't dislike it. To me, it was just there. Had I not wanted to come and talk to you wonderful people about this film, I don't necessarily know that I would have gone to see it, which is probably why I didn't see the second one. The performances are decent, but nothing to write home about. But at the end of the day, when the credits roll, I don't necessarily think people are cheering for the outcome. They're cheering because it's over, because it's too long. Anyways, if you have the chance to see Maze Runner: The Death Cure, which I'm giving a C+ to, let me know what you think. CFL_fan on Twitter, Facebook.com/WhittyWhittier, and WhittyWhittier.com. Thank you so much for checking this out. My name is Keith, and I'll see you at the movies.